everyone. I'm very happy to see so many faces. Well, actually, I don't see faces, but I know that you are here. So this is great. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking time to attend this meeting. I really appreciate it. I know that everyone is really busy. And for me, it's a big honor that you are here and that you are listening to me. And if you are watching it in recording, it's the same. I really appreciate you taking time and trusting me to listen something what I have to say. I'll try to be very quick, and I will do my best to make it worthwhile for you so that you learn something during this meeting. A little bit about myself. My name is Lena Perepelova. I'm founder of Women Investors Club. I also have another initiative on financial education for children, Fun Finance Virtual Business School for Kids. At Women Investors Club, I really want to help women to learn about investing, to feel more confident about their finances, and to have a supportive community. So there are different ways how you can join the club. You can join our community on Facebook. This is a nice supportive community where you can ask your questions, and many people from different countries actually are answering your questions. You can attend my courses where you can learn and really start doing something for yourself. I help you and support you and mentor you to start investing as soon as possible. And also for active investors, we have different meetings and we have a separate community where we, women investors, discuss different investment opportunities, our strategies, our feelings and emotions. So this is also a nice group. So in whatever stage you are, write me, connect with me, and let's invest together. Let's talk about it. But today I will talk about financial planning and investing. I will answer the following questions. What is financial planning and can I do it by myself? I explain you what it is and how you can do it myself. Should I consider investing and why? What can I do for my finances today? How to choose financial products, and I will talk a little bit about my investment accelerator. Let's start. Financial planning. Can I do it by myself? It sounds very complex, sounds sophisticated. Let's see whether it's something which you can do by yourself. Let's start with a few facts we need to consider and why financial planning is so important. We will have long life without income. Whatever age we decide to retire, we are projected to live a very long life, 95 up to 100 years. So that's maybe 30 years upon retirement without income. So without planning, it's not so easy to find money to finance it. We also have high expectations from life. What I mean higher? Well, maybe higher than former generations of our grandmothers. We want still to travel. We want to do lots of fun things. We will be healthier upon retirement, healthier than other generations. So we can do lots of things, but again, that requires finance. Younger generations are earning less. So what does it have to do with us? Well, it actually affects us on two levels, on micro level and on macro level. When I talk about micro level, what I want to say is, as a family, we might not, well, get rid of our kids very quickly. We might have to pay for them much longer than we expect. With the new statistic is that kids are staying much longer with their families, that they are not contributing to the family budget. And we see less and less cases when kids help their parents financially. We see much more now that it's vice versa, that parents take care of their kids financially long into their retirement. From a macro perspective, we see that younger generations earning less, they contribute less to the social security system. So it really affects the state of state pension funds. There are more older people, and there will be even more. 25% of the population in 2050 will be 65 or older. And somebody has to contribute to the pension system to give all this money to the older people. That's why we see our state pension funds are getting smaller and smaller, and we can actually expect that the state pension funds pretty much run out of money by the time we will retire. So it's a big issue, and it's much more prudent for us to make provisions ourselves and not count on generous contributions from the state pension systems. The same for the health systems. Health systems are under pressure, and we don't know how they will look in 30 years. But most probably, again, there will not be enough money for us. All this is actually reflected in how people today feel about their retirement. In this table, you can see how different European countries, people in different European countries, which worries they have about their retirement. And you can see here quite some worries. Lots of people are worried that they will fail to have a living standard they would like to have. So I don't want this to be a sad conversation. I don't want you to feel sad or worried, but I would like to plant a certain seed of concern that you have to start thinking about your retirement and do something about it already now, already today. So what can you do? Financial planning. Why? Well, because today you are at your highest earning capacity, whether you like how much money you're earning or not, but it's unlikely that in the future you will be earning considerably more than what you're earning today. What is possible and will happen that one day you may not be able or willing to earn money. So you have to bridge what you earn today with some date in the future when you will not be earning money. And that is your financial plan. How to approach it? Well, there are 4 elements in the financial plan. Your earnings, your spendings, the balance of these 2 are your savings, and whatever you invest. So these are the 4 elements. You have to look at them and have a clear idea of today, what you're earning, what you're spending, what is left, and how you invest it. And then, of course, you need to understand how much you will need upon retirement. And many systems talk about using some percentage of your today's income as a number for your retirement, but I personally don't like it. I think it is complicated, and I don't really see lots of connection between that. I think it's easier to just pick a number, an absolute number in euro, and plan in those numbers. So let me give you an example. The example I use round numbers, so it's quite visual. You can write down these numbers, and then proportionally you can just adjust these numbers for your personal planning. So let's have a look. If you look at the monthly spend of 3,000 euro in 30 years of retirement, it means that you will spend 1 million. This is pure math. This is 3,000 multiplied by 12 and multiplied by 30. So if you retire, every month you will be spending 3,000. Over the retirement, you will spend 1 million. So this is an easy number. and you can adjust it accordingly. You can decrease it or increase it. It will be proportionate. What is interesting is that if you will have $500,000 pension plan upon starting your retirement, then actually that would be enough. So you don't have to save the whole million. You can actually have half of it, and it should be enough if you use investing and if you plan it well in advance. So this is the good news of today. The good news of today that you can considerably help yourself upon retirement if you make a financial plan and if you start using investing. So how does it work? Well, in order to reach your financial goals, there are, again, just a few elements. You either increase your earnings or you decrease your spendings. So, or you do both. This will increase your savings. And so your savings go towards your financial goals. What is important is that it's not possible without investing. So whatever you save, if you don't invest, is highly unlikely that you will reach your financial goals. So one thing and one message I want you to leave with today, that it's essential for you to understand what is investing and to start investing. Why? Because inflation destroys our wealth. It destroys our savings. So if you don't invest, your money are being destroyed by inflation. We have 2% inflation in Europe on average. And it's not much, but it really, really adds up over years. So €1,000 in 20 years will be worth only 640. In 30 years, it will be worth only half. So whatever hard work you are doing in saving, is just the money is just dropping out if you are not investing. But if you are investing, then you use compounding. You use the compound effect, and it works long term. It works wonders long term. So if you invest 10,000, it can be worth 46,000 in 20 years. No? So it's more than grows 4 times. And in 30 years, it actually can reach 100. Investing really, really helps your financial goals. It is pretty much impossible to reach your financial goals without investing. What can you do today? Most importantly, you have to make wealth management your habit. It has to be your habit to work on your finances on a weekly basis. If you need to learn something about finance investing, it's important to plan time for it and do it little by little. It has to become your priority. As you know, your health and fitness are priorities. Wealth management has to be the third pillar of your healthy habits. Financial habits are as important. So you have to work on creating this habit. You have to understand and control your numbers, including all the taxes, including anything which might seem complicated. You just have to learn and to control it. There is nothing difficult about it. Taxes are not complicated, and normally tax authorities are very good in explaining you if you don't understand it. Just pick up the phone and ask them questions, and they will be answered. And you have to work on your strategy. I talked about financial planning, so it has to be your plan. It has to be written down. As you do for your work, you probably do some strategic planning for yourself, for your sake. You have to do even better. So it has to be written down, your financial strategy with the goals, with the actions. You really have to take it seriously. Understand investing. It's very important. The earlier you do it, the better. There are so many ways to do it. It's not difficult. Plenty of books, plenty of resources online. Again, it's a matter of putting it priority and working on it. And another very important point which you can start doing today is start talking about finances and start talking about finances with confidence. Find people to talk about finances. We don't do it often enough. It is kind of a taboo to talk about money, whether we feel that we don't have enough, whether we feel that we have too much. We don't talk enough about it, and we have to start doing it. So find yourself somebody who will be your accountability partner with whom you can discuss things, but it's important. It's hard to do it in silence by yourself. How should you invest? Don't invest in what you don't understand. There is lots of talk about crypto at this moment. There is lots of other things you can come across when you start looking for investment opportunities. The first filter always have to be, can I understand it? If you don't, this is not for you. After this webinar, I will share with you my checklist for financial products. It will help you to evaluate any investments. I give you a structural approach with questions, how it can be looked at, and which questions you can ask, whether it's with a bank, whether it's with another institution you are trying to invest. Use this checklist to ask the questions to make sure you understand what is being offered. Build your confidence. As with everything, it's about practice, it's about knowledge, and the more you do it, the better you will become. Build your confidence. Minimize management fees. I just give you only one number, which is essential. 1% fee will destroy 25% of your savings. Lots of investment funds offered by the banks are charging very high management fees, up to 2%, even more than 2%. This is killing our savings, so it's not worth it. So the first question you always have to ask if you look at the financial product, at the investment fund, what are the management fees? Anything which is charging more than 1% usually is not worth it, it's too expensive. Finally, if you start investing by yourself or you want to learn what is passive investing. You can Google it, you can attend my courses, you can ask questions to other people, but try to understand what is passive investing. This is what all beginners investors should do, and it's not so difficult and very effective. Finally, dedicate time to education. I just cannot stress it enough. It's more fun if you have people with whom you can do it together. I actually have some of the group members who come with a group of friends. That actually works better. If you have some people whom you trust, when you do it together, it's always fun. It's the same as if you were going to the gym. It's usually more fun and you go more if you go with a friend. With investing, with finances, it's the same. Find your accountability partner. If your partner is your accountability partner, it's even better. You get compounding effect of your wealth growth if you do it with your partner. But if you cannot do it with your partner, find somebody else. But it is important. So, and now, what is Investment Accelerator and how I can help you to learn about investing and to start investing? So this is a 5-week program focused on results. I created this program because I know how difficult it is to start investing by yourself, how overwhelming it is, all the information, how many choices you go through, and how you go round and round and round and not able to start. So that's why I created a program which is focused on results. So you get to bring your finances in order. So this is what we start with. You just do the necessary things to have all your finances in order. We work on our financial plan. You understand the stock market investing. I give you again the minimum information you need to know to understand the stock market investing. It's not so complicated. Majority you kind of know, but I bring it in a little bit new perspective, give you many facts, explain it, and you start feeling so much more confident. You build your strategy. There are different examples of strategies I propose, but it's important you build your own. And this is the course, what is it about, that it's workable for you. And I'm your mentor, and the other course members help you with their ideas, but you create your investing strategy. So then you can start growing your wealth because you know what you're doing, you have the strategy, you get the tools. I explain how you can invest, which products you can buy, you get support in your choices, and you can do it. You get templates and support to work on all I just mentioned. We have a My Financial Dashboard template. We have tables for financial plans. We have templates for the strategy, platform recommendations. So lots of materials. It's all in your Google Classroom. You have access to these materials after the course as well. You get lots of support during the course because during the live course, you can ask as many questions as you want. And that's the advantage of this course because you listen, do your homework, ask your questions the next time. So that time you really can progress. We start next week, actually. So we start 4th of June with the financial planning. Then we have two classes for the stock market investing. We have a class about real estate and other investing assets. And we have a 5th session with questions and actions. So it's very, very, very practical. In between the sessions, you have homework to do, you have additional materials. If you don't understand something, I answer all your questions within 24 hours over the course and answer all your questions on the spot during the class. So you get lots of support. For somebody who really wants to start doing it finally, this is the good opportunity to utilize your time and push through it and start doing it. Today's bonus for the people who attend this webinar, only for the people who attend the webinar, you get a personal consultation with me. So this is good news. And we have an early bird price of $247, which is valid till the end of this week. You have 2 weeks money return guarantee. So if you don't like it, if you don't think it's for you, you get your money back. You get the class recordings and you get the templates. And as mentioned, I will help you with platform recommendations depending on which countries you are. I can sit with you looking through your platform so you can really start doing it. And I hold your hand till the most important moment when you start investing. Well, I really hope that you learned something new. I would be happy to see you in my investment accelerator now in June or in September. So there will be also a new date for the September course. And don't hesitate to ask me any questions. So now I will stop the recording and I will answer all your questions.